I just kind of rest the phone on my belly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I meant to make a couple of videos the other day, and some of this is a bit old news, some of it's kind of new news, whatever. The Obama Deadpool. I've been wanting to cover that for an awful long time, and I kind of mentioned it in previous videos, not that previous, but a good while back. The amount of people that drop like flies around him. Um, all presidents seem to have the linked deaths and stuff like that, but none such as Obama. I think it's around 50 people so far. That the man is basically the kiss of death. He's there was a black horse and upon it was death. Well, it was Obama. Let's go back, okay? I'll just because I can't even list them all. There's just too many. But just some of the ones that people that I think are just way too fishy. And it's always kind of heart attack or mysterious death, and people that wouldn't normally be in the age category to take heart attacks, like in their 40s and stuff like that, or mysterious accidents that, whatever. So anyway, we got his grandmother kicks the bucket. Okay, that's okay. She's an old lady. We'll give her that. But then his stepsister mysteriously dies. Okay, then I mean that guy's unlucky. Then there's the Breitbart thing. Everybody knows about that one. He says he's going to come out with information on Obama, and he mysteriously dies before he does. After making this announcement, his coroner dies mysteriously after coming down with some strange illness. And apparently, this coroner was kind of like the second coroner because the first coroner couldn't figure out how Breitbart died. So he gets another coroner that this guy's like the coroner. Like if you have a mystery to be solved, he's the man to solve it. And he dies without ever resolving how the other guy dies. Okay? You've got that, I forget the name of the news reporter, gets into a car accident, and the car blows up on impact and sends the engine flying like 150 feet down the street. Now, again, another guy who was terrified of, and saying, look, they're watching me, he just mysteriously gets into an accident that's kind of unrealistic. I mean, I've seen car accidents in front of me at high speed, and I've yet to see a part fly that far down the road, let alone through the air, you know what I mean? That type of thing. I mean, you have to be going insanely fast to do that. So this guy, that one's suspicious. And then you have all the, the top, Chris Kyle, the elite sniper. You got all the guys from Rainbow Six, SEAL Team 6. Even Tom Clancy, is kind of suspicious. They don't know how he died. He was critical of Obama. There's an Obama impersonator who, made jokes about Obama, and a young guy too. Like, not like super young, but young enough, and he's dead. Again, there's that young girl that on his last year's inauguration speech, or not last year's, the year before with the second election, meets Obama. A week later, she's dead in a gun battle. She gets shot, in a thug gun battle. Like what are the odds that the people that know him? And then, of course, there's James Holmes's therapist who meets Obama the week after. She's dead. Apparently, this lady's like an Olympic swimmer and she drowns. I mean, coincidence. But, I mean, you can only say coincidence so many times. And then there's, of course, just about anybody that meets him that's critical of him or has something on him. There's a rumors, I don't know how much faith you can put into this, that he might actually be gay. Pretty much people that have been following can pretty much figure out that anybody that knows him from his past is going to die and disappear. And one of the things is, if you're going to blow a whistle on this guy, you just blow the whistle. You don't announce that you're going to blow the whistle. You just blow the whistle on this guy. That way they don't have a chance to knock you off before they can. I don't know why people would even do that. Like, I'm going to have big news on Monday and then you're dead on Saturday. You got it. Here, I got something for you. Take it with a grain of salt. And then that, once it's said, then it doesn't matter. But maybe he might be gay, and the whole, his birth certificate is apparently from a dead man, so, links to a dead, it's very clear he's a fraud. It's not even conspiracy theory at this point. There's too many people that are in the know saying, no, this is not legit. And maybe Michelle Obama is actually a fake wife. Her single mom, You know, it's hard for a single mother. Oh, I mean, well, I'm not a single mom. You know, maybe she was a single mom. Who knows? But these three dead gay guys that were at from Obama's church. I mean, you know, like I mean, anywhere this man goes, death follows. I mean, and I would put it more to that's called cover-ups. There's something he's hiding. So I don't know if like he would be ordering it, but his own words, "I'm good at killing," you know. And I mean, he doesn't even, you know, the you know, when that came out, I mean, it wasn't him denying that it was said. They were upset that the leak got out, but they didn't say no. Well, he never said that. You know, you think something like that, a president would say, no, 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 I never said that, even if they did. You know, it's like, no, 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 I never said that. They did defend themselves. He doesn't even defend it. I mean, well, maybe he's proud of it. You know, considering the amount of people he's ordered dead, I mean, through the drone strikes, we're talking thousands of people, nearly probably between 270 to 1,000 people that are considered collateral damage. You know, definitely 270 of them. That's women and children. That, you know, nothing to do with the fight. And there's probably it's probably closer to 1,000 because they consider anybody of, you know, anybody old enough to basically be able to wield an AK. You know, consider, you know, if they fit the profile of a terrorist, basically old enough to hold an AK, male, and breathing, you're considered a terrorist. So how many of these are legit terrorists? There's probably some, sure. But out of the 2,400 people that have been murdered by the drone strikes without a trial, how do we know if they're terrorists or not without a trial? You know what I mean? Like, it's different if it's, okay, yeah, this unit was being attacked by these guys and they did a drone strike. That's one thing. No, it's these people are walking along, they're in a group, you know, they have weapons. Of course they have weapons. They're terrified. You know, doesn't mean they're necessarily terrorists. I mean, and doesn't mean they're all saints either. That's why you have to have a trial, you know. So there's all that. There's the FPS Russia thing at the time of the gun control. You never know. I mean, it just seems like people drop dead around this guy. James Gallo, apparently there was an assassination attempt on him. I don't know if you can take that one with a grain of salt. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. I still don't quite know what to make of the guy yet. He does seem fairly credible, but like anything, it could be all smoke and mirrors. You know, you never know. But, you know, the guy does seem to be pretty accurate in telling you what's going to happen, and then it happens a couple of months later, a month to a year later. It's like, okay, well, then, you know, he's probably in the know. You know, so you look at stuff like that. I mean, we're talking at least 50 people, you know, that have, you know, it's a list. You just research Obama Deadpool, and you know, it's a long read. I'll just tell you that. I didn't read it all, but it's just I've been hearing, you know, all these things, and you know, over the years, and it's just like, oh my God, another person just died. You know, weren't they going to blow the whistle on them or do something, and they just, you know, what a coincidence, they just happened to die. You know, and again, it's just one of those things that, okay, yeah, maybe some of it is conspiracy theory for sure, but there's some stuff that's just way, when he's in the same photograph as a person, and then 1 week later they die, and this has happened twice, 3, 4, 5 times. You know, you got to ask yourself, okay, well, that's just way too suspicious, you know. But I mean, the guy's so well protected, you can't even come close to ever finding out the truth on it. But I think those type of things, what comes around goes around. What I think it is if it is that he is gay, which, you know, to me, I'm like, well, if he's gay, like, whatever, you know, big deal. But if that's the thing, the implications is that he lied to put on a show, and maybe he's killing people to keep his secret. I don't know. That's a theory. I mean, that's a theory based on a hunch, you know. So you take that with a grain of salt. But again, like the links of people that have died around this guy that he's linked to is, and again, every president has something like that. But this seems like it's just like out of control. Well, they shouldn't be doing that in the first place, but you know. So, yeah, something I thought I'd bring up. So it's probably around 50 people now. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's about all I gotta say about it. You guys rate, subscribe, share, comment, like, and yeah, there we go. What do you guys think? Okay, hi and welcome. I'm gonna do a lazy video where I just kind of rest the phone on my belly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I meant to make a couple of videos the other day, and some of this is a bit old news, some of it's kind of new news, whatever. The Obama Deadpool. I've been wanting to cover that for an awful god awful long time, and I kind of mentioned it in previous videos. Not that previous, but a good while back. The amount of people that dropped like flies around them. Um, all presidents seem to have the linked deaths and stuff like that, but none such as Obama. I think it's around 50 people so far. That the man is basically the kiss of death. He's there was a black horse and upon it was death. Well, it was Obama. Let's go back, okay? I'll just because I can't even list them all. There's just too many. But just some of the ones that people that I think are just way too fishy. And it's always kind of heart attack or mysterious death, and people that wouldn't normally be in the age category to take heart attacks, like in their 40s and stuff like that, or mysterious accidents that whatever. So anyway, we got his grandmother kicks the bucket. Okay, that's okay. She's an old lady. We'll give her that. But then his stepsister